Igbo Area TV, Onondi Igbo.
Kanu keeps the police military in doubt over whether he will attend his parents' burial. So Kanu has kept them in doubt. You know why they say Kanu kept them in doubt? Because certainly a lot of people believe he will be haunted because of the circumstances on which he left the shores of the country. So if he says he's coming or not, it will keep them in doubt. That is to also say they will be watchful. And they will keep an eye at the venue of the burial ceremony. The burial will, according to the reports, will take place on the 14th February, that is Valentine's Day 2020. However, whether the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, will be present or not, no statement has been given concerning that, according to IPOB spokesman Emma Powerful. But he concluded that the date has been fixed. It coincided with Valentine's Day celebration, which is worldwide. The family has announced the ceremony will begin with a procession according to customs and tradition of the people. IPOB said they will not disclose if he is going to attend or not. So there are news circulating about his coming. Ignore it. It is not from IPOB. IPOB says they are not going to talk about whether he will come or not. The only thing they will talk about is how to ensure the ceremony goes well and peaceful. That is what they are going to talk about. So if the IPOB leader will be present or not, it is going to be discussed in a future announcement. For now, the IPOB has said nothing. So IPOB concluded by saying that they are inviting every media outlet, local and international, print and electronic, to be present in Isiam Afaruku on that day. That is how the statement concludes. Amotekun is another Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB in the southwest. That is according to Miyetti Allah. The National Secretary of Miyetti Allah, Kaute Kohore, Al-Hassan Saleh, has in an interview said that the Amotekun, that's Operation Amotekun, is another creation of Nnamdi Kanu in Southwest. So he's accusing Nnamdi Kanu of creating an IPOB in the Southwest. He fears the introduction of Odua People's Congress to Operation Amotekun in the picture is Southwest's version of IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra. He actually sees Amotekun as Southwest wing of IPOB. And he's totally against the creation of what he calls paramilitary security outfits like this. He said because the Miyetti Allah group had some sad experience in Benue, Plateau, and Zamfara states. But Kanu supporters are not pleased with what the Miyetti Allah spokesman is saying, because they said he's dragging Kanu into... Doesn't have to do with him, even though IPOB approved of it. They say even though Kanu has something like that to do with BSS, but then he said Kanu should not be drawn into the matter. This is coming from IPOB supporters. In other words, he has idea of setting up such, but that of the Amotekun from the southwest, it is not his arrangement. It's possible they could have copied, but then he didn't set it up for them. They are doing their own thing. Now, still on Amotekun, a Niger Delta Ijo group says federal government making blind arguments. The Ijo People's Development Initiative, IPDI, a rights group based in Delta, has accused the federal government of making blind argument over Amotekun. Amotekun was a security outfit established by Southwest governors to protect the people of their region. And this group is describing it, federal government's action, as shameful. According to the president of this group, Mr. Austin Ozobo, that federal government will provide security for the people doesn't mean there are no local interference, that the people of the area that needs the security cannot interfere. They have a way of, complementing that of the federal government. Everything about security will not be left for the government alone. So according to this guy, there's no way the federal government will say everything should be left for them. There are people who provide internal informations, and you can only get this information from those who owns the area. There are certain things they will tell you, these are this. Just like when you go to some communities and you want to fish out criminals, sometimes you contact the local head of that community. He knows how to put things in place and catch these people. So you can't remove these people. You can't separate the people you are securing from getting involved in the security of their area. It can't happen, according to this guy. It is not proper. Meanwhile, the Miyetti Allah leaders has asked the federal government to arrest Yoruba leaders backing Operation Amotekun. That is to say that the governor should be arrested. Is that possible? What do you think? This was coming from Bello Abdullahi Bodejo, who is President General of the Miyetti Allah. It was in an interview that he said these Yoruba leaders that are involved should be arrested. That is to say, every governor of the Southwest will be arrested, because every governor of the Southwest threw their weight behind this Amotekun. You can see the governors even driving the cars that was at the launch of Amotekun. They were driving the cars, they were present there, they gave speeches. Even Oni of Ife was there. Top Yoruba dignitaries were there. So I was wondering how the federal government will begin to arrest all of these people. People like Pa Ayo Adebanjo, the Nobel laureate, Wole Soyinka, Fani Kayode, and a host of them. Top Yoruba people are behind this Amotekun. So it's amazing how you'll be calling for the arrest of such people. And do you think such people will be behind something that is threatening the nation's existence? So according to this herdsman leader, he said he read on the internet, however, it would have been a good development if the national security agencies, the army, the police, the DSS, the civil defense, etc., were not living up to the expectations. He said, will Amotekun have more security intelligence than these national security organizations? According to him, the answer is no. So, but there's a question that he should also answer. Do you think if the aforementioned security organizations in the country were doing their work well, anybody will ask for Amotekun? There is a case whereby they said the security operatives were aiding the herdsmen to attack. And, they have a field day and nobody is talking. That is why some people have decided to come up with supplementary security operatives, security outfits to secure the lives of their people. Nobody wants to be cleared off or squashed off their space. People are careful about their existence. If these things continue like this, there will be trouble. A lot of people will wake up and hear that some part of them, people around them, have been totally eliminated. So I think these guys were doing this to stop insecurity. They are not trying to threaten any existence of the country. No, they want insecurity to stop. And according to Southeast leaders, they said anyone who is opposed to this idea of Amotekun, that the person has ulterior motives. The next question thrown at the Miyetti Allah leader was, the headquarters of Amotekun is in Oyo State, where your organization has dragged the state government to court over the anti-grazing law. What do you say about this? And here is his reply. He said, we are following the anti-grazing law in Oyo State carefully, and we are sending our lawyers, but not much progress is being made in the court. I had a meeting recently with some Fulani from Oyo who came to visit me. They told me how pressure was being mounted on them and that the environment was being made so harsh and uncomfortable for them. I told them to be law-abiding while carrying out their businesses. There, they don't have fathers or mothers, so the only solution is to approach the court where we can have justice as we are in Nigeria. I tell you, whether the headquarters of Amotekun is in Oyo or any of the states in the southwest, as a governor, you are the chief security of that state. And in that state, you have the police, the army, the DSS, civil defense. Why can't you use these security agencies that are very well organized, well accepted to tackle any security issue in your state instead of bringing a different thing to create confusion? I don't think that the Nigerian police will support this kind of illegalities. His answer takes us back to something we said earlier. The reason for the security outfits is to supplement the existing ones, these ones that are already recognized. So you find out that a lot of disputes, especially concerning herders and farmers, are not resolved. And most of the times, the herders, the malloud, they go into people's farm, continue to brute. Even when you come out, you challenge them. Why did you destroy my farm? They brutalize you. And a lot of these cases and similar are not being settled properly. So people, the governors of this region actually came up with these outfits to get things right. On a normal day, I think the best way to, because this is 21st century, the best way to do this cattle thing is not just to move them about openly. Open grazing should be banned. So there should be anti-open grazing law, a total anti-open grazing law. Since open grazing has caused so many harms, you move into people's farm and you do whatever. And when they come out and challenge you, they get trouble. So I think the best thing is to do ranching. Yes, you people should have where you do your business. You have a lot of land in the north to do your ranching. Yeah, enclosed place to, move your cattle. The other day in Abuja, at the Secretariat Junction, people had to wait with their cars for the cattle to pass. And if you dare hit any of these cattle, you are in trouble. So, open grazing should be banned. So, the anti-open grazing law should be encouraged, because open grazing has caused us so much trouble in this country.
Thanks for watching Igbo Area TV. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also click the bell icon. Like our Facebook page. Join our Facebook group. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Bye for now.